Hello my friends, welcome back to my brand new YouTube channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I want to talk to you about how to make good decisions, but also how to figure out what you want to do and where you want to go, because we've got so much information coming at us all the time that it's like getting really confusing, right? There's so many different things to do in life and so many different things to pursue that it can get really overwhelming and really confusing. And I wanted to take you through my decision to start a YouTube channel and why it took me 1 year to start this channel, right? I had this idea for 1 whole year and I waited and waited and waited. I'm going to take you through my process of what I did and what can help you guys as well if you're going through a decision or if you're thinking about what to pursue and where to go. This is going to be such a great video for you guys. So let's dive right into it. The way I think about this is you have to plant seeds, right? If you've got a few interests, but you're not sure what to dabble in and where to spend your time, plant loads of seeds. Try a few different things now and then, right? And then over time, once you experience a few different things, right, those seeds that you plant are going to grow and grow and grow slowly if you think about them more. So let's say I've got one idea, right? And I'm thinking about this more and more and more and more. It's basically like I'm pouring water onto this seed, which I've planted, and it's growing very slowly, right? Some of the other seeds that I planted are not growing as fast because I'm not putting water onto them. I'm not thinking about it enough. Right? And then you'll get to understand which trees or which seeds have grown the most. And then you can kind of decide that, oh, this is what I'm thinking about more than I'm thinking about the other things. Maybe it should be something that I should pursue and spend my time on. And this is how I thought about my YouTube channel. Another way to think about this is, all right, let's say you've got an idea, and I got this from Stephen Bartlett. It was a good idea. He said, right, when you've got an idea, you put it on a shelf. Then you've got another idea and you put it on the shelf. And then over time, when these ideas keep nagging you and they keep coming back and you keep thinking about them, like I've been thinking about this YouTube channel for a year, right? Then those are the things that you've got to pursue. And then you've got to commit, okay? Then you literally go in and try it. So what Tim Ferriss did with his podcast, he's got a podcast, one of the best in the world, called The Tim Ferriss Show. And he said, I'm only gonna commit for 6 months. Right, I'm going to start this podcast because it's an idea that's nagging me and it's something that I want to do, and I'm going to commit for 6 months. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it forever. I'm just going to try it out. If I like it, I'll continue. If I don't, I'll stop. So that means that he doesn't have this commitment, that really deep commitment to it. So he can give up if he wants to, but he's going to give it a chance. And it's because it's nagged him for so long, he's going to take it up and give it a chance. So you can do that as well for one of your ideas. And this is what I did for my YouTube channel. I planted those seeds, I put it on the shelf, I waited for it, kept on nagging and nagging and nagging, and then it came to fruition. Right. The other point is that you're going to have a lot of advice from people. Some people are going to say, start now, act on it now, do it while you've got the motivation. And some are going to be like, think about it, plan first, and then do it. Right? Because you don't want to do something and end up in a year's time or 2 years' time, 3 years' time, saying, oh, I just wasted 2 years of my life. Now I can't get that 2 years back. I should have thought about it more and then done it. Right? So I don't know how you work, but this is how I worked. I had to wait a year. I had to wait till it kept on nagging me until I got, you know, the desire grew and grew and grew. And I was like, right, I need to start this channel ASAP because it's pounding in my head. Right? But I don't know how you work. So you've got to figure that out for yourself. But people will say, start now. Some people say, think about it. And there's a balancing act between thinking and doing, which comes with practice and experience, right? Some things you need to think about and then let it sit for you for a while. Some things you need to start straight away, right? But when it's a big decision that you have to commit on, it's probably better to think about it first and then act on it after that. So let's take a few high profile people. Like let's think about Warren Buffett and Barack Obama. Okay, Warren Buffett says that he spends a long time thinking about something, but then when he makes the decision, he commits and he never looks back, right? So he's invested in tons and tons of companies and he's putting a lot of money into it. So he's essentially got to get decisions right very quickly, or not very quickly, sorry, often enough to get the rewards back in terms of investments, right? And he's got shareholders to deal with. So he spends a lot of his days reading and thinking. And then when he makes the decision, which takes him a long time, he commits and he never goes back. Barack Obama, on the other hand, said he needs only 51% of information to make a decision, right? So he says he only needs enough information to make a decision and then he commits and he doesn't look back. Other high profile people, someone had said they need no less than 30% information and no more than 80% information to make a decision, right? So they need more than 30%, but not more than 80. When it gets above 80, it's too overwhelming and it's too complicated to make the decision. But when it's under 30%, it's not enough information to make a decision. So you may have to collect information or collect opinions or gather a bit more information before you actually make a decision to pursue what you're thinking about pursuing. So those are 2 or 3 different tactics that I've just given you just now, and they're going to be super helpful to you for sure. Okay, back to my YouTube channel and why it took me a year to think about doing this channel. So I didn't just sit there for a year. The thing nagged me in the head until I actually thought, all right, let's start developing it. Then I dived into my strategy because I didn't just want to click the button, press record and just talk. I wanted a strategy to build my YouTube channel. What videos would I make now? What am I going to do later? And where is it going to go, right? It's really important to have a strategy. I just didn't want to click. And some people can do that. Some people can start straight away and figure it out later, but I wanted to have that map to see where I was going. Right, the other thing is that there are so many opportunities and a lot of the low-hanging fruits are already taken, meaning that some of the most ideas in the world are already established or they're already saturated. So putting extra thought into how you're going to do something can really, really pay off because you're probably competing against a lot of people, right? And YouTube is saturated. Like attention on me is attention on other people. You watching this video is a substitute for you watching maybe another video, right? So if I don't have a strategy and if I'm waffling around, then I'm going to lose the attention. So that is something that I had to think about, and that's why it took me long to develop the strategy. And also with the strategy, if I had started straight away, right, it would have been a lot more about me because I would have just recorded and just started speaking. But I've kind of flipped it and said, no, it's not about me. This channel is about you guys, right? I want to best serve you as well as I can. And having a strategy and thinking about the videos I'm going to make is going to be able to do that for you. So that definitely helped in that 1 year period. And it made me switch from, it's not about me, it's not my show, it's about you and about what I can bring to you guys based on my experience, my observation, everything that I've been through in my life and how it can guide you maybe in your life as well. And if I had started straight away, I would have copied a lot of other people. So I would have watched my favorite people on YouTube and done very similar things to them. But I spent that year and a bit to find my own individuality. And it's been probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life, right? And I found out who I was, what I'm interested in, what I like talking about. I developed myself and then I came out into the world and now I can show what I've been practicing in private. Right, and if I'd flipped the switch and started straight away, I wouldn't have had that. I would have copied everything everyone else had done and probably been frustrated by me not going as fast as they're going. And I was comparing my first quarter, me starting out in the beginning, to their maybe fourth quarter. So they're really established, 1 million followers, 2 million followers, maybe even 500,000 followers. And there's me with a few views here and there. And if I'd copied them, I would have only compared myself to them. But now I'm running my own race and it's taken me a year to find my own path and my own race. And that has benefited me enormously. Right, so we always tend to make decisions, and this is a decision that I've made because it takes a lot of effort to make YouTube videos. Right, and what I've done over time is refine my decision-making process. I've learned how I think and how I process things, right? And I've documented and I've journaled on some of the macro decisions I've made and some of the micro decisions I've made, right? And it's definitely a video that I'm gonna make because I've got a decision log. So anything macro, I say, all right, I made this decision, then I look back at it and say, was that the right decision? So in a year's time, I'm probably gonna look back at these videos and say, was starting a YouTube channel the right decision? And that is the only way I'm actually gonna figure out if I was best using my time. And that is definitely another tactic that you guys should do. Write down a few decisions that you've made. Was it the right decision? Was it the wrong decision? What would you do different from the decision that you made so that next time you don't have to make the wrong mistake and that you can actually go in the direction you want, spend the time wisely rather than trying something for 1 or 2 years and then saying, no, that wasn't for me, and then going back and starting it again. So this video has basically been about how to figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, how to get there more efficiently and effectively, and taking ideas and learning lessons from why it took me a year to start my YouTube channel and what you can do to process any ideas that you've got or any things that you want to pursue. Think about the seeds planting in your head and think about the ideas on the shelf. When they nag you so much, it's a sign that you have to start and go for it. Hope this video helped you. I'll catch you in another one. Stay safe, my friends. Bye.